My casting. So, hello everyone, welcome back to day 8 of UGC NET 17 60 days 60-minute challenge. Today we'll be revising all of the theory that we went through the first 7 days. Also, we don't have a camera right now because we are streaming at a time when there is no sun has is yet to rise, so we do not have natural sunlight. So even with artificial lightning, it wouldn't appear so good. So today we are going to keep our camera off, and yeah. So day 7 done. Now we come to day 8. Division of topics. At of end of day 8, quiz again. So first, let's go through all the things we have done. We have discussed the syllabus of UGC NET Management. We'll mark this as one. Just give me 1 minute. So we are back. Correct. So yes, we discussed UGC NET syllabus. The questions in UGC NET 17 exam, the questions are easy to solve and it is rote learning based. You need to mug up the theory to know the answer in most of the scenarios. It is very few cases. There are very few cases where there is application based question asked on the theories. And the types of options that exist in this examination are very easy. It helps us to eliminate, you can review the questions to eliminate the wrong choices and get an idea of the correct answer even if you don't know the theory to some extent. How did I clear UGC NET 17 examination? I went through all the papers on their syllabus. On the UGC NET syllabus website, they mentioned that the new syllabus is effective from June 19. So I went through all those papers from June 19 to December 2024. And what I did is I prepared all the questions. I categorized all the questions into different, whether they belong to Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. I prepared their answers of those questions. Then let's say Unit 1 under topic theory management theory, under scientific management, I got 10 questions. I extracted all the answers from those whatever questions were based on scientific management and prepared the theory. This way you can this way I have prepared the portion which has been asked in UGC NET examination. So you can study that and get an idea of what questions can be asked. We don't need to study in too much detail. We don't. We only need to study what is required for us. Remember, after studying this method, there are very high chances you will clear. You will be able to clear the examination if you do the same method. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean you are ready for PhD or the teaching exam you are doing. Teaching involves much more than just mugging up answers and chalking out alternatives in this case. But our aim is to clear this exam. This is how we clear the exam. How to start level 1? Go through the syllabus. If you have nothing, like you don't need to pay for anything, this you can do by your own also. This is the main idea. You can even study do this all on your own, but it will require some time. If you like need some time, put if you want to put less efforts and get the same results, you can use the UGC Net 17 website that I have built. It does the same thing as I have mentioned. The course, the theory that has been assembled on that website is the same. Start level 1. Let's say you are total beginner, what you can do at the basic level if you have no idea about the examination. Go through the syllabus which is available on their website or even on UGCNet 17 slash UGCNet 17 dot in slash syllabus. Go to this website, you will see the syllabus. Understand each subtopic in detail. Okay. So as per UGC NET Management, you can see here they have marked, made 10 units and each unit consists of 10 marks. But while studying, it's better if we study topic wise because then we can understand what are the questions asked on what. So unit 1, if you see, they have marked these all topics as unit 1, which belongs to business management and managerial economics. Now unit 2, because they wanted to maintain the same weightage 10 marks, they have put all the theory of organization behavior and some topics from the next one, human resource management. So these are the classification on the right. If you see, is the classification given by UGC NET member management examination. What I have prepared for you is units based on theory topics, so that if you study business management economics, you study all these questions. And these will be covered in the next OB will cover only these. And I have written the weightage of marks based on my analysis of the 10-11 papers, that 10 marks, 10 marks, correct. Now this 10 marks, I have seen that in OB they have asked on average 8 marks of question, and for human resource they have asked 12 marks of question, real accounting, organizational behavior. So you can study all these topics which are in one after another in line. So to study these, you will have to start with human resource management separately. So this is how we have classified. At a level 1, what you can do is study, just go to any large language model. There are ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, Google AI Studio, so many options available. Go write, I am a student who wants to study UGC NET management examination, explain to me, and write this subtopic. Okay. Functions, planning, staffing, organization, communication type. So whatever is on the website, there are multiple websites available. So what it will do is it will summarize it and give you a gist, so that you are very better which you should do, everyone should do. Okay. Level 2, start with the 2 units you are familiar with. I am assuming you have given your master's examination, so you might have a specialization, that is finance, HR, operation management, or which is the fourth one? Operation management, finance, HR, marketing. Okay, correct. 4. So based on those, there will be some topics which has already been taught to you during the first 2 years, or during the 2 years of your masters masters program. So start with those two topics. For me, business management and managerial economics were similar topics that were taught to me as common subjects. Organizational behavior to some extent, that's 3 units. Managerial accounting also to some extent was taught, so 4 units. Strategic management, I don't remember, but might have been taught 5 units. And business statistics and operation management were my core subjects which were taught. So 7 out of these were taught to me. Entrepreneurship, no. Like there might be a subject, but not the topics weren't covered. So I can say 4 to 5 topics have been covered during my syllabus. I don't remember it as such, but I remember being taught in class. So the same will be true for you if you belong to human resource HR. You can start with human resource. If you have if you are from finance department, it will better if you start with finance management and strategic management. It will give you an edge. It will get you started. ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि सब कुछ नहीं आता, अच्छा ये सब आता है, पढ़ा हुआ है, नाम सुना हुआ है, ऐसा लगेगा, जिससे you can start studying, which will help you. So do this, and yeah, start with studying that topics. Start with the 2 units we are familiar with. Maintain an Excel of past year questions, or of that. Maintain an Excel sheet of past year questions of that unit in sheets. After you have studied, you know, एक बार आपने ये सब पढ़ लिया है, तो आप फिर उसी के क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस करो, देखो क्या पूछा गया एग्जाम में एंड ऑल. ओके. या तो उसी 2 यूनिट के टॉपिक्स, सपोज मैंने ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर के सब टॉपिक्स रीड कर लिया, तो फिर एग्ज़ाम जब मैं पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस पेपर्स देखूंगा तो उसके अंदर मुझे रियलाइज़ हो गया कि ये टॉपिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर से समवॉट रिलेटेड है। तो वो क्वेश्चंस फिर आप एक एक्सेल शीट में जमा करो, उसका आंसर मार्क करो, उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन। नाउ सेल्फ स्टडी यूनिट ड्यू टू एनरोल, हमने एनरोलिंग कर ली, क्लियर द 5 रैपिड, ये हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं। सो ये एक हो गया अभी का एम, क्लियर द upcoming start practicing as discuss the course today. Share a link for talking in the live stream. This is done. This started the issue of enrollment. Yes, this is also done. This I'll make a video. Cover the planning. So these all things, tasks are left to be done. Yeah, do those. Let's see if the camera quality it hasn't like it is morning, so let's camera quality better, right? It is able to capture, but as we can write for it to work. So moving ahead, we start with the management foundation. Read it about a brief history. हमने देखा कि कैसे अलग-अलग periods में अलग-अलग historical movement started around 1640, 1880 to 1920 scientific management का 1920s में human relations, then operation, uh, quality management 19 वर्ल्ड वॉर टू के दौरान वर्ल्ड वॉर टू के दौरान क्वांटिटेटिव अप्रोच आया, फिर क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट 1970 बाद आया, ह्यूमन रिलेशन जो 1920 हुआ था, एडवांस एच आर डी 1985-90 के बाद आया, फिर 19 वर्ल्ड वॉर टू के बाद वर्ल्ड वॉर टू में ऑपरेशन अप्रोच 1950 में 60 पर कंटिजेंसी आया था, ग्लोबलाइजेशन आया 1981 में, आइडिया Adam Smith theory of absolute and absolute advantage and comparative advantages cover in Unit 9 international theories of international trade. Okay. Alfred Marshall microeconomics price theory elasticity. Alfred Marshall is one of the founders of microeconomic theory. His major work principles Eric topics introduced key concepts. On scientific management we have studied F.W. Taylor, there were motion study, टाइम स्टडी एंड मोशन स्टडी, फ्रैंक एंड लिलियर की गिलबर्ट रेट मोशन स्टडी, पहले टाइम स्टडी हुआ जिसमें स्टैंडर्ड टाइम निकाला जाता है, फिर टाइम बचाने के लिए मोशन स्टडी किया जाता है, मोशन स्टडी किया जाता है, सोशल सिस्टम्स विल पुट इट इन the other unit, scientific management 1910 F.W. Taylor, techniques introduced by Taylor. Scientific management is a theory of that dehumanization of work, oversimplification, इन मतलब वी नीड टू इम्प्रूव एफिशिएंसी, उस पर फोकस था, तो उसकी वजह से रूटीन रिपीटेटिव टास्क लोगों को करने पड़ते थे, वर्कर्स पे प्रेशर पड़ रहा था, एफिशिएंसी पे ही फोकस था, बाकी चीज़ों पे नहीं। फिर यस नेक्स्ट, उसके बाद जनरल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव थियरी है, इसकी दो थियरी बाय हेनरी फयोल, टू थियरीज, वन इज 5 फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट एंड 14 प्रिंसिपल्स, 14 प्रिंसिपल्स विल बी डिस्कस, 5 फंक्शंस आल्सो कवर्ड इन द नेक्स्ट सब टॉपिक. So 14 principles, how 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 to manage an organization effectively, especially in the context of operations. So division of work, authority, responsibility, unity of command, unity of direction. This all we discussed. Division of work. एक मेन काम को वट एवर वर्क यू आर डूइंग डिवाइडेड इनटू स्मॉलर पार्ट्स, हर पार्ट्स एक वर्कर को दो जो उसमें स्पेशलाइज करते हैं. वाइल मेकिंग योर पार्ट, सपोज आपको एक कंप्रेसर इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है आपके प्रोडक्ट में और वेल्डिंग भी करनी पड़ती है पूरे प्रोडक्ट्स की, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ 1% डूइंग एवरीथिंग, लेट पीपल स्पेशलाइज, एक बंदा रखो जो सिर्फ वेल्डिंग करे, एक बंदा रखो जो कंप्रेसर रिलेटेड कंप्रेसर को इंस्टॉल करे आपके सिस्टम में, एक बंदे को रखो जो सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिकल देखे, एक बंदे को रखो जो सिर्फ फिजिकल बॉडी प्रिपेयर करे, फ्रेम उसकी प्रिपेयर करे. तो डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर से टास्क एफिशिएंटली ज़्यादा फास्ट होते हैं. बेसिकली इट इज सेइंग असेंबली लाइन इम्प्लीमेंट करो. अथॉरिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, हर जो भी टास्क है वो किसी एक इंसान की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होना चाहिए, ही शुड बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल एंड ही शुड हैव द पावर. अथॉरिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शुड गो हैंड इन हैंड. अगर उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिया हो मैंने किसी एक बंदे को कि अलवाज तुम्हें 100 यूनिट्स मैन्युफैक्चर करने हैं ये प्रोडक्ट के बाय मंथ एंड, तो उसके पास रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी होनी चाहिए लोगों को टास्क देने की, सो दैट he can carry out that responsibility. इफ आई हैव गिवन समवन की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि आप ये काम करो, बट उसकी कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं, कोई सुनता नहीं, वो नहीं कर पाएगा. हाउ विल ही गाइड पीपल? सो दैट इज वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड हियर. डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए. एम्प्लॉयज मस्ट फॉलो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल रूल्स इन ऑपरेशन. डिसीजन इज वाइटल फॉर सेफ्टी. होने के लिए वर्क प्रोसीजर्स करेक्टली फॉलो करने को डिसिप्लिन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Unity of command. Every employee should report to only one superior to avoid confusion and conflicting instructions. In operation management, this ensures clear decision making and accountability. So, yes, discipline होना चाहिए. Unity of command होना चाहिए. Everyone should report to one supervisor. Only unity of direction. The one you are reporting to should understand your work and should, be your department head. So it is better that he can give you more correct work. वो बंदा प्रोडक्शन का, आप इन्वेंट्री मैनेज करो तो वो समझ भी पाएगा आप क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो, क्या इंफॉर्मेशन कन्वे करना चाह रहे हो, प्लस वो रिलेवेंट डिसीजंस भी देगा कि ये काम करना है, वो करना है. सबऑर्डिनेशन हो. इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्ट को नहीं देखना है, कंपनी के इंटरेस्ट को देखना है. हर डिपार्टमेंट को एक साथ बैठ के व्हाट्स बेस्ट फॉर द कंपनी करना है, इज बेस्ट फॉर एज अपोज टू व्हाट्स बेस्ट फॉर माई डिपार्टमेंट. एंड एम्प्लॉयज़ को जो रखे हो, दे शुड बी ट्रीटेड फेयरली एंड कंपेंसेटेड फेयरली बेस्ड ऑन देयर मेरिट. कि कुछ पर्सनल बायस या फेवर नहीं होना चाहिए, वरना मोरल डाउन होता है एम्प्लॉयज़ का. फिर यू कैन रीड. आई जस्ट पे बैक. गिव मी 2 minutes guys. So hopefully you have read by now all this content. Let me see the camera. Yes. So now we have natural sunlight and it is we are visible back again. Remuneration of personnel. We know what it means. Payment of personnel. Compensation for the better term. Fair wages, fair treatment. Centralization with versus decentralization. There should be a good balance between the centralization and decentralization. What does this mean? Like those are two extremes of of a line, you can say. On if there is too much centralization, any order, any communication that needs a decision that needs to be taken place, you have to convey the information all the way to the top and then again to the bottom. The answer will come, which takes time, which it increases the time it takes. Decentralization, everyone does what they want, everyone directly does it. So there should be a good balance between these two. There should be some autonomy, which just means doing as you want, obtained. So let's going then a scalar chain of command authority. The clear chain of authority should exist within the organization. This one reports to this one. This one. This ensures tasks are performed in a systematic and structured manner. Then comes order. Both human resources and physical resources should be properly organized in operations, maintaining equity, stability, initiative, team spirit. We can go full lengths. So five functions we have studied: overall planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, controlling. We have discussed about bureaucracy. In an ideal bureaucracy, there are five steps. There should be structure, rules and regulation, division of labor. We saw how many of these are the same, covered in 14 principles of management. Hierarchical structure, rules and regulation, that is SOPs. Specialization and division of labor, also already covered. Impersonality, fairness of remuneration, we studied. Career orientation should be made on the basis of qualification and merit, and formal communication should take place. Then comes the Horton studies of human relations management theory. They conducted a theory where they found the Horton effect, which means productivity improves when employees feel observed, valued, and involved. All the three things: they feel the supervisor is observing them, and their inputs are valued, and they are involved in the decision making process. They should happen. Recognize the role of informal work groups, employee morale, and interpersonal relationship. Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. Humans have a hierarchy of needs that must be in this order. Douglas McGregor theory. We remember Douglas theory X is like X lazy. We assume the employees are lazy, to avoid responsibility, and need close supervision. So we become a manager which handles that. Or theory Y, we believe that the employees are motivated, enjoy work, and seek responsibility. So depending on that, we will be a type of manager which helps to facilitate these. And there are other theories that I mentioned. Key principle of Hawthorne studies. Informal groups play a very important role in employee productivity. Social needs are important over economic needs. He argued that employees are not just motivated by money but social needs such as feeling valued, being part of team, and having support. Attention increases productivity. When employees feel observed, involved, and cared for, their performance improves. This phenomenon is known as Hawthorne effect, suggests that attention and interest from management increases worker output. Communication and participation. Open communication and allowing workers to participate in decision making improves morale and cooperation, leading to better performance. Managers should visit just direct tasks but also act as facilitators, showing concern for workers and emotional theory. Bartle and Fish system theory we had studied. System acts as part of interrelated components. The whole is always greater than the sum of the parts. Input, throughputs, resources, feedback mechanism. Equifinability means A system can reach the same state at the end of different parts. Management, jungle theory. So many theories are there that it is difficult to keep track, and there is not one theory that makes sense of every theory. These are the different approaches that have developed over the decade. Scientific management, administrative, bureaucratic, behavioral, quantitative, contingency, and modern contemporary theories such as lean management and total quality management, proposed by Kuntz. Then comes planning. The five planning is there: organizing, controlling, coordinating. Correct. Let us see the five functions of management. Planning, organizing, commanding, controlling, and commanding, coordinating, controlling. So first step is planning. Planning is fundamental. You have to. It involves setting objectives and deciding in advance appropriate action needed to achieve those. Goal orientation, planning premise, all the different assumptions about the future on which planning is based. So internal premise, external premise, controllable conditions, uncontrollable conditions, tangible conditions, intangible conditions. To create realistic and achievable plans that align with expected future conditions. Process of planning, steps in planning, establishing objective. We have discussed कि generally कोई भी ऐसा हमें UGC नेट एग्जामिनेशन में ऑप्शंस आया कि अरेंज द फॉलोइंग स्टेप्स, एंड वो कोई प्रोसेस के बारे में जनरलाइजेशन हुआ तो वो हमेशा ये 5 स्टेप फॉलो करेगा, 4 से 5 स्टेप फॉलो करेगा सबसे. Number one it will follow is setting of objectives. Second, gathering of the requirements such as human resource, capital or labor, whatever is required. तीसरा step होगा action, implementing it, and the fourth step would be evaluation, monitoring and evaluation. और बाकी कोई भी step आया हम उसे इसके बीच में place करेंगे. So right here you can see establishing objective, first है develop planning premise, second है identifying, fourth है evaluating alternatives, selecting best alternatives, उसके बीच में है identifying alternative courses. लास्ट में फॉर्मुलेट और इम्प्लीमेंट करो. सो एग्जाम में आपको पता है सबसे लास्ट हमेशा मॉनिटरिंग या इवैल्यूएशन होगा, फर्स्ट होगा एस्टैब्लिशिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. तो जो जो सारे ऑप्शंस आएंगे, जो ए बी सी डी ई जो जंबल आएगा उसमें से सपोज सी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट एस्टैब्लिशिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव, तो सी से हमेशा अगर असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में है तो स्टार्ट होना चाहिए दी ऑप्शंस. तो आपको 4 में से 2 मिलेंगे जो सी से शुरू होते हैं. तो इफ़ यू आइडेंटिफाई 5 में से 2 या 3 का भी करेक्ट ऑर्डर, यू विल बी एबल टू फाइंड द राइट आंसर. दैट इज हाउ इट वर्क्स इन यूजीसी नेट मैनेजमेंट. एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के बाद मॉनिटरिंग आएगा. सो वी आर डूइंग द स्मार्ट वर्क हियर. हम यहाँ रट्टा नहीं मार रहे कि ये स्टेप्स, मतलब अगर प्लानिंग प्रीमाइस है तो ये स्टेप फॉलो करना चाहिए. हम फ्रेमवर्क देख रहे हैं कि कैसे ऐसे टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस हम कर पाएंगे एग्जामिनेशन में विच विल हेल्प अस, क्योंकि ये एग्जामिनेशन का जो लेवल है वो एकदम टफ नहीं आता है कि दे वोंट गिव यू एकदम कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चंस विच आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू टेक. लिटिल आइडिया है, हो जाएगा एग्जाम. वी वांट वी वांट हमारे पास एक लेवल ऑफ इनपुट है जो हम दे सकते हैं. या तो हम अपना टाइम ही स्टडी में गुजार सकते हैं, या काम कर सकते हैं, या आराम कर सकते हैं. वॉट एवर वी वॉन्ट टू डू विद आवर टाइम. आवर एम इज कि हमें एग्जाम पास करना, ही है मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया है. और सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्टिव है, सेकेंडरी ऑब्जेक्टिव इज कम से कम इनपुट में मैक्सिमम मैक्सिमम से मैक्सिमम रिटर्न चाहिए. ये 2 क्राइटेरिया हम फुलफिल कर रहे हैं. वी आर ट्राइंग टू फुलफिल बेसिकली हियर. यस. गोइंग अहेड. जितने भी प्रायर कंडीशंस है, टाइप ऑफ अजम्पशंस है अबाउट द फ्यूचर, इज कॉल्ड प्लानिंग प्रीमाइस. वेयर फोरकास्ट इज हमने डिसीजन ले लिया, इम्प्लीमेंट कर लिया, अभी जो आउटपुट आ रहा है उसे हम फोरकास्ट बोलते हैं, विच इज आउटकम ऑफ प्लानिंग. देन कंट्रोलिंग भी है, विच वी कैन स्टडी 4 टाइप्स फंक्शंस ऑफ द एग्जीक्यूटिव, theory of operation, system management. हमने कम्युनिकेशन पढ़ा, effective written, so we went through all this. Now बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स पढ़े, we can go through it all over again, but ये हमने recently कल परसों में कवर किए है, तो we won't go through it now. We will practice and yeah. हम आगे कल से डिमांड एनालिसिस आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे. टुडे नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू प्रैक्टिस यूनिट 1 अल्टीमेट क्विज. ये हमने लास्ट टाइम ही किया था, तो राइट नाउ आई एम ट्राई टू गिव एग्जाम हाउ आई गिवन द मतलब ऑफिशियल एग्जामिनेशन. This we haven't revised recently, so we'll just think about it. Low elasticity for both whether there is price rise or price cut. हाँ, ये ओलिगोपोलिस्टिक फर्म्स का ये एक पॉइंट था कि अगर प्राइस डिक्रीज हुआ तो क्या होगा. ओलिगोपोलिस्टिक मींस थोड़े ही फर्म्स है जो compete कर रहे हैं. अगर only there are very few firms that are competing. Math today आज सुबह के 7 बज रहे, बट मून अभी भी विजिबल है, और आई डोंट नो, इट्स लुकिंग टू बिग। मैं एक फोटो खींच कर आता हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी 2 मिनट्स गाइस, वी हैव टाइम, आज हमने बहुत अच्छा किया, एंड देन विल डिस्कस। जब तक आप सोचिए इसका आंसर क्या होगा। So we are back and we still have time to solve this. हाँ, तो ओलिगोपोलिस्टिक फर्म्स में क्या होगा, सिर्फ थोड़े सी फर्म्स compete कर रहे हैं। तो जब भी मैं प्राइस डिक्रीज, मेरी समझो करेंटली सबके प्राइस सेट है और हमारी डिमांड्स है, ओके। सबकी 100 मेरी 100 प्रोडक्ट बिक रही है, बाकी कंपनीज का अलग अलग अमाउंट बिक रहा है। अगर मैं प्राइस इंक्रीज कर दूंगा तो मेरी पब्लिक खरीदेगी ही नहीं, पब्लिक जो मेरी थी वो दूसरों से खरीदेगी क्योंकि उनका कम है। तो प्राइस इंक्रीज पे हाई इलास्टिसिटी, क्योंकि अचानक से मेरी डिमांड बहुत चेंज हो जाएगी, मतलब मेरा, सो हाई इलास्टिसिटी और प्राइस राइज। और अगर मैं अपना प्राइस कम करूंगा तो सारी दूसरी कंपनीज भी कम कर देगी, तो मैं सोचूंगा अगर मैंने प्राइस कम किया तो मेरे ज़्यादा प्रोडक्ट्स बिकेंगे, बट जैसे ही मैं प्राइस कम करूंगा दूसरी कंपनीज भी अपने प्राइस गिरा देगी। सो इट विल बी लाइक, अगर इंक्रीज किया तो मेरी डिमांड चेंज होगी, बट अगर प्राइस डिक्रीज किया तो मेरा जो बिक रहा है 100 वो 100 ही बिकेगा। सो हाई इलास्टिसिटी फॉर प्राइस राइज बट लेस इलास्टिसिटी फॉर प्राइस कट्स फॉर ओलिगोपोलिस्टिक फर्म्स। ओलिगोपोलिस्टिक फर्म्स मीन्स 4-5 कंपनीज ही compete कर रही है एक दूसरे से। तो ये स्टार्ट वर्ड्स इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन से तो शुरू होता है अरेंजमेंट, सिंपल सी बात है। इतना भी टाइम नहीं था, 13 सेकेंड्स बस, इट्स फाइन। हमारे मार्क्स आए हैं, we have scored 11 today, which is the highest among all the options. So 11। तो आज के लिए हम वी विल क्लोज इट हियर एट हियर। हम हमारे अचीवमेंट्स के, हमने एक हफ्ता कंटिन्यूसली हर दिन 1 घंटा पढ़ा है। हमने आज रिवीजन भी किया थोड़ा, हमारे मार्क्स भी आज इंक्रीज हो गए हैं। हमने रिव्यू ले लिया कि क्या हमें करना है, बाकी है ये ऑप्शंस। या इट वाज अ गुड डे। तो वी विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो। टुडे वी विल celebrate a little. So thank you everyone for joining. Any questions you have in the questions below. Rest all, see you tomorrow in day 9 of UGC NET Management.